We start with that quote, and I guess after that movie, we will better understand where we want to go. Oh.
Mobility is more than getting from one place to another. Take a closer look at how people move, and you'll see. Mobility needs change, and it's up the world around us, taking time to breathe in the morning air, or moving fast to feel the wind against our faces. We're free to ride off with confidence, feeling the energy. Nothing can stop us. Choosing a Stromer bike is a life-changing moment. It's a choice to steer towards freedom. At Stromer, we drive change by identity. We are here to change.
So, my first question to the group here, who is commuting with a bicycle to? And the other one, in the next 14 minutes, I try to see why you should at least consider how you commute every day to work. Because our aim is really, we want to disrupt. As cartoonist, at that time, he did not know what the whole story in the future will be about commuting. But he made a cartoon of 4 pictures to illustrate already in 1962 how he will see the thing, or horses, he didn't put it on here, on bicycles. But then the next step came, the first cars came, everybody jumped on the cars. It was still freeway, easy to go, easy to commute, his mind anymore. And then he made a really nice ending of his cartoon showing he goes back to a bicycle, 1962. And I guess this is happening now as well in 2023. How fast and what does we need to do that we get even more possibilities to do. And our aim is as well, we are not against cars or say, it's how we share. Because the future, you see a lot of, also here when you walk through the halls, but it's very outside of the cities, how they commute into the cities. And there we see nice ideas of, here is now with shuttle, and then we have a bike route, we have people who are walking safe, and then we have even those robots. And it's happening. I'm half finished. It's already in certain cities happening. Also Paris is already changing a lot with the 15-minute city as a target, that people not have to walk or drive longer. The cyclist is still the weak one on the street. The most places we are as well at Stromer with our fast bikes, you know, you need a license plate, so you need to be most, and then we are the one who has a problem, or the rider has a problem. And now here's a good example, unfortunately, as well, in Berlin. There was a green party with a three-way lane for cars to a 2-lane and 1 lane for cyclists. Then there was a change after election. Another party came, and he said, no, we put the parkings back. So they were put half as well in the society, and there's still sometimes too much. We are against each other, because the cyclist said, I have to have room, and the car driver said, I need to have space. And I guess there we still have a very good way how we can, as also with the fast e-bikes, you can use bike lanes. I was driving to Frankfurt 2 years ago with the speed pedelec, and if you drive on a Bundesstraße, they go 100 kilometers per hour. And next to it, there was a bike lane, empty. 7 o'clock in the morning, outside of the city, nobody's using bike lanes nowadays. But officially, I have to go on the road. And there, I guess, we have a lot of time in a car. And to change that, and we heard also the word mobility, Wendy, the change of climate, what can we do? And we spend so much time, 1.4 people in average are in a car. If you came to it this morning by car or by taxi to here, if you see how many people are sitting alone in a car, huge traffic jams. And the most of them, the trips are easy to 30, 40 kilometers, because you're still going to beat basically the traffic jam, and you have that freedom which you saw in the movie before. For example, also my trip is 20 kilometers, and I'm 1 minute bicycle if you have the infrastructure. I guess more people would consider to change, because also in that study came out that 76% could be substituted by micromobility. Of that would be 37% with the speed pedelec category. That's the range, like I said again, from 5 to 25 kilometers, but that still takes time, I guess, that this is going to happen, because also the cent. So around 11,000 speed pedelecs are sold, compared to 2.3 million 3 million electric bicycles. And then if you see this to a mode of transportation, and the customer want to get from A to B in a good way, and we have it 5 very easy points. And the first one is connectivity. In 24, it already in the bike, so all the software updates, maintenance, everything happened already over the air. So we were already quite ahead of the time in 2014, and it's still an important part in our bike, because also the 45, you don't want to sweat. Safety, we have built in ABS, that we know as well from the car industry. So safety, the most accidents are falling over because you have to stop immediately. If some kilometer with one load, even the most people are using around 25 kilometer. And I guess the design is also very important, very characteristic point in our brand. Some numbers are driven already. 51% replaced the car, train, or a motorcycle. We had also numbers that go even up to 80%. Average commute, 27.4 kilometers. That shows again a change. But I guess for that, there are different parts. One is the mobility. This is all where we are in. The companies, the more people are cycling. If it's less, you still consider if I should go or not. But that cannot be done by one brand, so this should be all together. But we have a vision that we say in 5 to 10 years is entering the cycling industry as well, and it's happening as well. We are very close with AMAG, for example, it's a car distributor in Belgium, in Greece, every pond. Safety is still important because we still have 20,000 people dying on the roads every year. Technology is coming, chips are built in cars, which could communicate as a bicycle, as the first e-bike brand, the solid-state battery. You hear also a lot from the automotive that everyone is working on that, and we had also already a rideable prototype that means also the lithium batteries, which is a risk always when you pull a battery and hit it somewhere, you potentially has a risk that if you leave it in the garage or something, that suddenly it could burn. And a lot of people are not even aware. It's, for example, a battery from us, which today takes still 5 to 6 hours. And the third one, I guess, is sustainability. It's a very empty electric bikes for the same energy footprint you need to build it. And there we see, you heard 1.4 average in Germany are using a car, so we can do with the same CO2 to move with. But I think there again we are all together. We have emission goals which we want to reach, and I guess there's a cycling part, or the two-wheel electric bike can play a really big role. Like I said, it's hand in hand. Because the micromobility, it's not only bicycle, that's also four wheels. We see already here when you walk through status symbol, but we have also status symbol character. The SD7, that's our top bike, it's 15,000. So it's quite, you can also say, I can buy a motorcycle, I can already buy it. And it's still affordable because they are leasing, it's new finance programs in place as well. And it takes time, I guess, it still needs to be done together. We will save around 50 million tons of CO2. The ones who don't know how much is 50 million tons, what is it? I tried to calculate, it was 2.4 billion forest. Also to define again who can use which space on the roads. In the cities it's going only together. It cannot be that the industry is going against each other, because then we cannot do that move and that changing. That's why we are also here. We see it as a big chance as a Swiss brand. We produce as well everything in Switzerland. We try also to keep everything close in Europe, in the manufacturing, also there during Europe, the cycling industry left, but it's coming back. And I guess together with all of us, we can shape the future's mobility, as we said. Think twice what you use. I tell you that I'm empty-minded and fresh, and I have a wonderful evening, and that's possible. And I think, thank you that you had that. We had that short opportunity to talk a little bit about why we think the new car